The DIY Mechanics 6 Stages of Tool Escalation. We'll start off with the Please Come Loose. Then the I Hope It Comes Loose. Then we move on to the I Wasn't Asking. Next, the You Should Have Listened. Then, you can't be stuck if it's a liquid. And when all else fails, happy trails. Alright guys, I'm pretty excited about this little purchase I made. Picked this up at Harbor Freight today. I had a coupon for the 30-inch 5-drawer mechanics cart. It's originally $240 in the store, and I had a coupon for $40 off, so I paid $200 for this. Something I've always really kind of wanted and am starting to really need. I've got a pretty disorganized system right now for where I'm putting tools. I'm excited about this cart because obviously it's on wheels. I do a lot of my work out in the driveway on my concrete patio, so be able to roll this thing in and out of the garage and not have to come in the garage and searching for tools. I'll have it all in one spot. So I've done a little research on these particular US General tool carts. They seem to get pretty good reviews online. All right, take a closer look at the sticker. I went with blue only because I didn't want to go with yellow. Those were the only two colors they had left in stock, so blue it was. 15,000 cubic inches of storage, 700 total pound weight capacity, high capacity full extension ball bearing drawer slides, all steel construction, powder coated finish, secure latch retention, 5-inch casters, 2 are fixed and 2 are on a swivel that can lock, non-slip pre-cut drawer liners, barrel lock to keep tools safe and secure, 90-degree lid opening with dual gas struts. So I am pretty excited about this purchase, so I'm gonna go ahead and crack this thing open, assemble it, and kind of give you some of my thoughts and impressions on it, just see what the build quality is like, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot better than what I've got right now, which is absolutely nothing. It looks like they give you, wow, 4 sets of keys. They must know us absent-minded DIYers. Alright, that'd be some good cardboard to lay on whenever I'm underneath the vehicles. Not much to it, basically a parts list and assembly instructions and some information about the precautions they list in here. It should be common sense, but it's usually pretty rare sense for people anymore since they have to list those things. I'm going to go ahead and install the gas struts. This is a 13mm nut and a 12mm bolt. Just gonna finger tighten this stuff for now. Got nice little lock nuts on there. What the heck? I'll go ahead and just tighten it down. Pretty nice. Let's take a look at what's in the drawers. There's a little lever underneath here. You have to push and then pull. Otherwise, the drawer's just locked. Anyway, there's the handle. I assume these are the casters. And here's the side tray. So here are the 2 fixed casters. There's a pull handle, and there's the rolling caster that locks. Oh cool, and there's even a grease fitting on these with all the nuts, bolts, and washers. When I got the bottom tray flipped upside down, I went ahead and took the liner off the bottom of the tray. Bolt goes in from underneath. There are 2 lengths of bolts included in the kit. You need to use the longer one for the casters. All right, with the casters on now, I'm ready to put the 4 posts on. You can see there's a hole not quite halfway. I want the shorter end to be at the bottom. The longer end is going to be where the tool chest sits. And then this short spot from here to here is the storage tray underneath the box. So to attach these, I'm going to be using the short bolt and this lock washer with the ribs in it. I'm putting this post on the outside of the tray. For now, I'm just running these just kind of loosely tight so that I can make any adjustment needed to get it to fit properly. So there's a little bit of play in these parts. These bolts have these little squared ends. That's what goes down into the oval, and it holds the bolt tight whenever you tighten the nut. So open up the other package of bracing. These long posts go on the front and the back. The tab side goes up and the whole side goes facing out. This actually goes on the inside of the vertical posts. These tabs are what the toolbox itself are going to kind of line up against. Same deal with the short bolt and the nut that has the grooves on the back. We'll just put it in finger tight like we did the post, so there's a little bit of play in case we need to adjust anything. Now it's time to put in the shorter supports. I'm going to set it in this direction with the lip facing the inside. And again, this goes on the inside of the post. For this particular side, I'm also going to be installing the tray, and then we'll line up these holes. The only difference for this nut and bolt combo is I'm using the long bolt instead of the short bolt. Same nut though. All right, then with the bracket for the other side, again, the lip facing the middle, I'm going to use the short bolts. All right, this is where having an extra set of hands really comes in handy. We're going to lift this thing up, set it down inside of the posts.
That's on the edge. There we go. Now
And that's why I didn't tighten down any of these extra bolts and nuts, because there has to be just a little bit of play in these posts so that we can line up everything. Good.
my hand was like crunched.
All right, for this upper tool bin, we've got 4 brackets that go in each corner. And then on this side, we've got the handle. Since we're attaching this externally, we're going to be using the long bolt to attach the handle. Everywhere else for these brackets, we're using the short bolt. Again, same with the nut. So now I'm working from the top down, just tightening all the nuts and bolts nice and snug. And I've got a little handle for the top lid. Takes 2 little Phillips screws. Feels like that handle is like aluminum or something. It's very lightweight. All right, there it is. 30-inch 5-drawer mechanics cart made by US General from Harbor Freight. I got this thing for about $200 with a coupon that I found online. I'll put a link to the website where I found the coupon. A really nice resource of Harbor Freight coupons, so you want to check that out. So far, I am very pleased with it. There are a couple of things that I kind of don't like, but for the most part, I am just thrilled to have this mechanics cart. The squirrel! That's satisfying. I am very well pleased with this tool cart so far. I've got majority of my tools in it. This is a huge step up from what I did have. I had just a small little Craftsman and a Stanley toolbox on top of my workbench. I love the fact that this thing's on casters and it can be rolled out of my garage right next to what I'm working on and have all my tools at my fingertips. I love that you can lock them and spin your cart around, move it, and to keep it from moving, you just lock the caster wheel and it won't budge. As far as construction on this thing, it feels very sturdy. It has got some nice thick steel construction and it's got a pretty nice paint job on it. It comes with a nice tray to be able to put your most commonly used spray cans. I like this bottom cubby. I put my welder down there. I like that you can put your screwdrivers down in these little holes right here. It's got a 90-degree lid, so this puppy opens wide open. There's a huge upper storage bin right here. As you can see, I don't come anywhere near close to filling it. The drawers open and shut very nicely. I like that there's that locking feature on the drawer so that if you're wheeling this thing out and you happen to kind of accidentally tip it, the drawers aren't going to come flying out on you. So that locking lever is a very nice touch with a rolling cart. The only way that these drawers can open is if you have the lid open. It's got this nice mechanism right there, so when the lid's shut, it pushes down on these plungers and it locks the back of the drawer to the back of the toolbox. So when the lid pops open, it unlocks the drawers to slide the lever, pull forward, and it's open. As you can see, the drawers are really deep. You can get quite a bit in there. Again, they open and shut very nicely. And it seems like it's sturdy enough to be able to hold some pretty good weight. I think this cart is rated for holding 700 pounds worth of tools. And one thing that's kind of neat about this handle, whenever I was looking at toolboxes, not all handles do this. The handle is lower than the lid. So if I have anything big that I need to set up here, it's going to lay flat instead of being propped up on the end by a handle that sticks up above the lid. So this thing's got a lot of really nice features. It's very well built, but there are a couple little minor things that I don't like about it. And again, these are very minor issues with me, but it's just worth noting. This handle didn't really seem to be very strong. It's just a little aluminum with two tiny little screws. It just didn't really seem like a real heavy duty handle, but I mean, it is what it is. And the second thing that I don't like is these foam mats are really thin and chintzy. They can get kind of bunched up and slide and not lay flat if you kind of slide tools in there. I've already kind of picked kind of a hole in this by accident, so they're not the greatest mats in the world, but you know, I can go and find maybe rubber mats or something and trim them to fit in here, so it's easily something I could upgrade. You know, for the price that you pay for this tool chest, it really is one of the cheaper toolboxes on the market. It definitely fit my budget, and above all, it's better than what I had before, which was virtually nothing. For me, as a DIY automotive enthusiast, this 30-inch 5-drawer mechanics tool chest, US General brand from Harbor Freight, is more than adequate for what I need to do my work here at the garage. So hope you found this assembly and review of this tool cart helpful to you in your search. Again, I highly recommend it. If you're just an average Joe DIY kind of guy, this cart could fit the bill for you. Well, that's going to end this video. As always, thanks for watching. God bless. Be sure to hit that like switch on your way out, and we'll see you next time.
Crunch.